What is woke? You hear it all the time. You really can't get away from it when you're around right-wingers on social media. But what do they actually mean when they say it? Well, Insider asked CPAC attendees, by the way, my document says CPAP and I just think that's hilarious. Anyway, it's CPAC attendees. What do they mean when they say the word woke? And spoiler alert, they had a little bit of trouble with it. So one individual says, that's tough. Let me think on it. Give me like 2 minutes to come up with something good. By the way, he wasn't just a random attendee. He's the CEO of a right-wing dating app that explicitly declares that other dating apps have gone woke. So he is so bothered by the fact that a dating app is woke that he needed to spring to action and create an alternative, but he doesn't have anything to say about what being woke or going woke actually means, almost like it's a grift. Daniel Francis says, my opinion is they're trying to wake up what shouldn't be woken up, which again is not a definition. It's just another way of saying the same thing. They're stirring the pot in the wrong direction. I think the woke side is kind of keeping the border open. I mean, that's what they want. I don't know how many ways you can fail to answer a question, but Daniel Francis found several. So it means that you support an open border? That's what being woke is? Maybe that like almost approaches a policy identification for what you think this ideology, I guess, would support, but they're trying to wake up what shouldn't be woken up. I don't know. He's working it through, but he's having a hard time. Let's see. The volunteer for CPAC, Susan Vanderberg, says, well, I don't have a problem with anybody being gay or anything like that, which is the perfect way to lead into a paragraph of you very much having a problem with it. By the way, adds that she has a gay nephew. So, same thing. She went on to name Pride Month, transgender athletes competing in sports, drag queens, and sex education school systems as key examples of wokeness run amok. Okay, so I don't have a problem with anybody being gay, but all of these things prove that it's not just wokeness, it's wokeness run amok. It's all of these new things like sex education in school, drag queens, stuff that was invented a year or two ago. Transgender athletes competing in sports, maybe we've reached a point where some athletes feel comfortable identifying the way that they truly do. That's a little bit more socially new. I got news for you though, trans people aren't new. I don't know why we need to keep telling them this. Pride Month, not new. None of this is new, so it seems like a pretty bad definition of woke. But anyway, there were some people, younger Republicans, who seem to understand what's going on with the use of the word woke. Chris Johnson, managing director of Young Conservatives for Carbon Dividends, likened its use to how an out-of-touch uncle might search for the words to describe a nephew at the Thanksgiving table. I think a lot of older folks use it if they really don't know what they're referring to. It's a catch-all colloquialism. That is actually ding, ding, ding. That's exactly what it is. They have no idea what they actually mean. It just means bad. I don't like this thing, or this thing makes me a little bit uncomfortable, or I don't want to have to think about something, so I guess it's woke. That's all it is. Another individual, like what's the point? It says, I think that a lot of young people, when older conservatives say woke, they feel very attacked. You're turning off a younger movement of the party by labeling all young people as woke. So absolutely, I would very much disencourage that. Well, good luck. I like the idea that there are a couple of younger conservatives that seem to understand that this is nonsense, that it's obviously exclusionary. The difficult fight, I think, for those young conservatives is, it isn't just that like declaring transgender people woke or gay people woke is exclusionary, which it obviously is. It's that they don't want any of these people in their party. That seems like a bigger problem than just rhetoric. Maybe it's a problem that you guys should work on internally. Anyway, maybe come up with a definition for something that you're gonna throw out there every two or three times in every sentence. I don't know, seems like it'd be a good idea.
Check out the Damage Report podcast each day, wherever you get your podcasts, whether Pocket Casts or Stitcher or iTunes. You can join me as I give you the news and stories you want, with a range of co-hosts and interview guests jumping in on the fun each day. Again, that's the Damage Report, wherever you get your podcasts. And if you get them at iTunes, don't forget to rate and review. Sometimes I'll read them live on the show.